Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling coherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Stygian, Reign of the Old Ones, blind. Now, I want to buy rations. Do you sell rations? You sell medicinal herbs, which I can use to make my own. No, I actually didn't want. I can use it to make laudanum, but I actually didn't want rations. I wanted camping supplies. Which I guess you don't have. But I was supposed to give him methyl alcohol in exchange for some of the components. Go to Richter with the methyl alcohol. You're Richter, right? So, like, what happened with it? I haven't used it. I don't think. But suddenly you're telling me I don't have it. What? I acquired the methyl alcohol from Mr. Wheat. Okay, I have to mix up some formaldehyde myself, I guess. Because I do have the recipe. Or do I? Bootleg whiskey is not what I want. Oh, so what's the... Mix up some formaldehyde at the Richter's pharmacy. Laudanum. So what's going on? I don't entirely understand. Like, theoretically I should already have it. The recipe, I mean. That's what the quest log thinks, at least. What's going on? Can we discuss a discount? In my business, I rarely need to offer a discount. If you're buying happiness, you do not barter on its price, just indulge in it. As you can see, I have the upper hand. Anything's open for sale must be open for barter too, right? You're a crafty one, aren't you? So be it. We'll see how often you'll visit my shop, but don't expect discounted prices if you're just here once in a while. Won't be disappointed. I don't understand. What am I supposed to be doing? Reduces bleeding chance. That's pretty decent, but powder cocaine. I don't understand. Go to Richter with the methyl alcohol. Mix up some formaldehyde. Oh. Okay, so there's a whole different tab. Pigman Ghoul. But damn it all, it wasn't even the fiendish subject that made it such an immortal fountainhead of all panic. Not that, nor the dog face with the pointed ears, bloodshot eyes, flat nose and drooling lips. The taste of, or even mere sight of blood can put these ferocious creatures into a bloodlust that releases their violent primal urges. They are vile beasts who thrive on constant feeding and don't even desist from cannibalizing their own brethren. While not exactly being strategic masterminds, they are anything but reckless or mindless, not refraining from taking cover when they feel threatened by long-range attacks. Raving lunatics. In relating the circumstances which have led to my confinement within the refuge for the demented, I am aware that my present position will create natural doubt of the authenticity of my narrative. Having departed the rational world of virtuous men after the Black Day, these raggedy individuals no longer suffer any loss of sanity. As their reasoning is crippled to the point of extinction, they never fear or flee from any foe. They have no strategy to speak of, therefore are very quick to attack anyone in their line of sight. But that still doesn't really help me with my actual objective. I don't understand what's up with this. Like, I should have it. Or alternatively, I should at the very least have the formula for formaldehyde. But there's neither an option to talk to him, nor... I guess I'll just wander around a little bit. Maybe it'll fix it itself. Because I need camping supplies anyway. So I'll go to the pawn shop. Or to the bar, I guess. Do you have camping supplies? You actually don't, which is surprising to me. I was also supposed to investigate the murder, but I would prefer to get the radio quest done. I just don't quite understand what's its deal. Do you have camping supplies? You do. That's pretty expensive. Can I afford that? Senses -1. I'll sell this. I'll sell some of the alcohol. I do need the crafting supplies. Okay, that'll leave me around 50 cigarettes. Sure, I can deal with that. I have more than enough kerosene. Now, there were some locked containers. Maybe... Okay, the outsider is exhausted. I really should rest. But I'm also supposed to be investigating the murder. I need some information about a former guest of yours, a young man named Julian. The privacy of our guests is inviolable, monsieur. I have to admit that the accommodations may have taken a slight downturn recently, but definitely not to that level. Well, Julian was the most recent victim of the Arkham stabber. That's unfortunate, not quite unexpected though. I find a dead guest in one of the rooms almost every day. I'm trying to stop the stabber and I need to know more about the victim. I need the information in order to investigate the murder. If that's the case, I think I can make an exception. He self-importantly straightens his bow tie before continuing, opens the hotel register and begins leafing through its pages. Julian, no surname given, checked in with 3 others. He plays with his mustache, as if trying to tease the information from it. I remember those men coming to the hotel. It was right before the Black Day. If I recall, I was suspicious of them right away. They did not at all seem the caliber of gentlemen we prefer here, moping around the lobby like clueless immigrants straight from the ship. But they paid for 2 king-size rooms in advance. Sometime after the Black Day, though God knows how long, Julian and the other one with the Irish accent left the hotel. The others carried on here. What are the name of the others? Salvador, Abel and Keelan. So Salvador and Abel are dead, right? The late Monsieur Julian seems to have arrived with them. Salvador and Abel, these men were also murdered by the stabber. Interesting. I am happy to have assisted in your investigation, monsieur. But now I have other business to attend to, like removing various stains of bodily liquids from the lounge carpet. Which one had the Irish accent? I cannot remember, monsieur, but if I were to guess, I would say it was Keelan. It's certainly the most Irish of the bunch. May I inspect the room where Julian stayed? I would not recommend it, monsieur. Carrion Jack is currently residing in room 303, and I don't think he's planning on checking out anytime soon. He's celebrating the crime, what he did to Betty Ross. Heartbreaking to think of it. As a reward for his service, Waxface granted Monsieur Carrion with unlimited copperhead and two of his personal courtesans. What is a copperhead? It's a special whiskey the mob produces. They put a live copperhead snake inside a full bottle, and the serpent bleeds its poison into the liquor while drowning. Why would you want to drink that? I know it doesn't sound very tempting, but they actually drink it, monsieur, believing it will make them manly or something. Definitely not a vintage any respectable sommelier would recommend, and this Carrion Jack can drink plenty of it. Naturally, in fact, he claims to be the copperhead drinking champion. He is dangerously boastful about it. Okay, maybe I can spice his drink with some added benefits, and then challenge him to like a duel. Betsy Ross, you haven't heard of her? He clears his throat and continues in a sad tone. In the first months of Monsieur Wax's reign, a few of Arkham's bravest men and women, or dames according to some, openly defied the mob. they turned vigilante, masked guerrillas who risked their lives to bring some hope back to Arkham. These rebels were hunted down one by one until only Betsy remained, a fearless woman who wore old glory for her disguise. For months she showed the courage the rest of us lacked, and offered hope of justice we all wished for, until Carrion Jack shot her in the head and left her body to the ghouls. And that, monsieur, is how hope finally died in Arkham. They might kill the individual, but they cannot kill the human spirit. I strongly recommend keeping such sentiments to yourself, monsieur. Fair enough. Tell me more about that Carrion fellow, though. He's a representative of the mob. Okay, we talked about that already. I'll try getting to him. Uh, 303. So that's up there. .301. Okay, that's an occult circle. Though besmeared with soot and grime, this vanity table has fallen victim to the general decrepitude, fretting away at the once spotless features of this establishment. Manuscript, Spit of Al-Razi. Researchable. So I guess I can learn that as well for myself. It's a decent spell. Conceived at the improbable junction of alchemy and humor theory, this venomous spell shockingly asserts the contents of medieval Islamic transmutation magic. But I guess I have occult 0, so I would have to invest in that first. A rather unnerving occult symbol has been drawn on the floor of this filthy and disorderly room, constituting the evidence that its tenant could have had the motives other than mere self-indulgence. Okay, I can't really do anything with it for now. Mm, 302, 303. Barry's depiction of a simple farm life in this icy scene is very familiar to you, yet worlds apart from the turmoil of today's Arkham. You can see someone, probably a man, sobbing behind the locked door. Knock. Leave me alone. I doubt that's him. Like, I doubt the mob enforcer would be sobbing in his room. Although, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe there was a 200 that will make more sense, I guess. Because it was the second floor. I have something to say. As soon as you enter the room, the outsider gives you a cautionary look. As a creature who spent almost all of his existence in such environments, I can say with complete certitude that this place is haunted. Is there something specific I should be worried about? Whoever or whatever entity bound to this room may be, let us hope we do not become the target of its wrath from beyond the grave. Thanks for the warning. Gentleman's coat and a top hat. You know what? I might actually change that. A book of law and manuscript for blood circle. Written in throes of esoteric wisdom, This work established Crowley as a influential figure. Crowley prophesied the coming of Eon of Hours within the Book of Law, which served as a purveyor of Thelema, a new chapter in moral and spiritual evolution of man. It can be read by esoteric characters, which is not me. A dusty candelabra, reminiscent of a fair maiden's figure, as well as the squalor of this dirtful, lifeless room. The clinging dampness that pervades the room has embittered the frame of this enormous bed. Okay, I don't think I can do anything with it for the time being. So I'll just leave. Might be back though. We'll see about that. Yeah, I guess that was the room 200 downstairs, the second floor. A coarse and burly man with a dangerous look in his eyes gruffly yanks the door open. From his grotesque features to his disturbing odor, everything indicates that he's the infamous Carrion Jack. Who the fuck are you? I've heard some things about you. Oh yeah? He reaches calmly for his 45 in his shoulder holster. His eyes carry the bleakness of a shark closing in on its prey. Like you bolt down a lot of Copperhead. They say you've got stamina. You a Copperhead drinker? I don't know if I'll get a chance to switch his drink or like put poison in it, but I'll try. I am, and a better one than you. Just look at this worthless son of a bitch. He likes to play tough. I'll have you spitting fucking blood, you know that. I've seen tougher men cough up their guts trying to outdrink me. You can see your challenge has put him in good mood. I'm going to enjoy this. Let's crack it open. The Copperhead whiskey, you idiot. You come to my door shooting your mouth off and expect to drink my poison? Show me the fucking bottle. I'll be back. So I guess I can poison it. If we're specifically going to drink my whiskey. The room is much cleaner and in better repair than the rest of the hotel. Doesn't take a detective to deduce that Etienne makes this place his home. So the manager. Your skill is not good enough. I will only steal quest items. The man is very respectful, and I intend to leave him unharmed. Etienne Lafayette strives around the clock to keep the hotel beds in acceptable condition, but the plainly stained and scarred furniture in this room leaves a lot to be desired. So where would I buy the Copperhead whiskey? Like, I guess I'll try at the bar. You can't go up. I'll ask the receptionist as well. Okay, he won't tell me. I'm losing my face. Any news of Gwen? No. A playful and optimistic advertisement just after the Great War, the Black Day has made its message bitterly ironic. The blood on the ground, which once coursed through the veins of the remorselessly slaughtered victim, has been used by an entranced hobo to draw an eldritch symbol. I'll check the pawn shop, although that's probably not the best place for a drink, but Copperhead whiskey, 64, that's pretty expensive. A strong and toxic alcoholic beverage. Can I somehow poison it? I do have poison. Or at least I used to have poison. I guess I would have to create more of it. I need to rest anyway, so I'll go by the pharmacy. Maybe the quest has fixed itself. Although I don't have the... I kind of have a feeling I need to do something with that alcohol, because I'm certainly not going to outdrink him the legitimate way. And this still doesn't work, which annoys the living bejesus out of me. Alright, there's also this. The outlandishly illogical manifestations of those spellbinding structures cluster the backdrop of this undefinable, abstract vision. There's an aspect of impossibility to everything you see here. The prodigious head-shaped construct, which towers towards the horizons of this architectural impossibility, speaks with a sharp-tongued voice whose timbre and volume is more akin to thunder than a human. We know why you've come, mundane. After all, aren't dreams the most pristine mirrors of one's desires? Forget this not. It is not us who hold her captive here. It was her fears and desires which did. No dreamer shall leave Thalarion without confronting them, find the reasons that imprisoned her in the Garden of Notions, and made her assume the identity which she calls the Dreaming Baroness, so she may know them. You must ascertain the three things that affected her most deeply, in the order in which they manifested from past to present. Who or what are you? Are you really a giant talking head? Can we be friends? I am the one who inhabits Thalarion. Your kind calls us demons. There's no single name that can define us. We are walls and doors and stairs and spires and statues of Thalarion. We are Thalarion. How would I know such private things? Being false silent. Okay, I guess those are the three things. There's a tree. And this statue addresses you with a greedy voice. It's armed with ambition. I am the desire of obtaining money, fortune and power. You're one of the reasons which made her the Dreaming Baroness. I am the desire to remain young for all eternity. The statue addresses you with a tender voice as smooth as velvet. You're one of the reasons. I'm not sure if I have enough sanity to even... Okay, I can survive one more, I guess. I am the desire of bearing progeny and reaching out to new generations. The statue addresses you with a voluptuous whisper. Do I need to do this? To acknowledge them as... Because I'm going to go mad pretty soon. She told me this is important. The changeless state with which this keepsake was when you last saw it now morphs into different compositions with each time you cast a glimpse into its miniature world. Let's touch it and see what happens. What were you looking at just now? The woman asked. The last of but a moment ago was cooling for a serene interim, for which the fatigue of her body was responsible. Nothing, the young man replied, as he diverted his gaze to the window, beyond which clouds of snowflakes gently descended from the grey sky. The woman knew where he had been looking. It was her sagging armpits, the undeniable evidence of her advancing years. However, much time or expense she had been spending on grooming her clothes. Time had nevertheless fulfilled its duties without discrimination or mercy. A fierce desire to reverse this fate rose within her. Wouldn't everything be perfect if life was a dream where we could remain young forever? To be honest, I'm not quite sure what's the correct order of this, but I guess that's what I'm trying to ascertain. The old woman was asleep in her room, where the azure light bathed everything into a throbbing pulse. Her awareness and thoughts now manifested in realms other than the one occupied by her physical form. She could sense her bond with Arkham gradually weakening. For the last time, she invoked in her mind the image of the children in the tunnel. She would visit them in her dreams and calm their frightened, palpitating hearts. She had to find a symbol for them to cling to, something with which they something which they think would look after them. She imagined the archers under the bridge, under which they had taken shelter, and at once inspiration struck. The gargoyles, metal gargoyles that crowned the bridge. She had found the guardians she had been looking for. During the frosty evening stroll, she suspected for the first time that her dear and faithful friend Beatrice had changed in some essential way, hence might no longer be the same woman she had known. She was thinking on the invocation ritual they had conducted for the Duchess of Lincolnshire during their youth. Though well on in years, the two women bantered back and forth, like the two whimsical teenagers in a college dorm. But our absolutely best idea was to inflict Andrew, the Duke of Wales's son, upon her. Oh, what an incorrigible leech he was, said the woman, turning to her old friend. But Beatrice's expression showed nothing but dim befuddlement, whereas mere moments before she had been giggling harmoniously. Now she looked about herself vacantly, with an expression like that of a stunned pigeon. Fear, as sudden as it was sharp, pervaded the woman's mind in that moment. She realized all at once that her friend was growing senile. That in itself was terrible, but worse yet was the realization of how ephemeral memory and knowledge really was, a fact she found painful to accept. All that she had discovered, all the knowledge in the world, it couldn't have all been for nothing. There had to be a way. The woman watched as her second husband brusquely exited the house. He had long abandoned the green pastures of courtesy, but she paid no mind to him in any case. To her, he was nothing but a clumsy marionette made to dance by a mute puppeteer. Still, she could guess the broad strokes: progeny, legacy, lineage, heir. Though intense anger welled up inside her at this irredeemable man's attitude and the implication she was somehow incomplete, the lasting emotion she would come to feel was relief. From her window, she watched the resentful man climb into his carriage. The falling snow would soon turn to blanket the streets of London. They would soon bury everything. The woman was, as of yet, unversed in the ways of evasion, which she would frequently employ in the future, making it difficult to tolerate her first husband. There was only one activity which they both enjoyed: traveling the world. From the hotel balcony, the young woman scanned the intimidating range of the Alps, soaring to scrape the clouds, seemingly at a stone's throw away, as if they were hiding some wondrous and terrifying secret beneath stone and snow. These trips recalled to her the rich dreams of childhood, wherein she embarked on adventures in lands of impossible beauty and dimensions of Stygian agelessness. My lady, if I am to suppress my emotions for you any longer, my heart shall burst. Exile me if you will, or punish me, but know that you have become the only truth of my life. To merely exist in your presence is love enough for me. The butler's words touched her heart, provoking a pleasant reaction both emotionally and physically. While they walked at a meditative pace through the snow-covered orchard, the woman held her tongue and reflected. As much as she valued the man's attention and loyalty, he wasn't the sole player in her love games, but he would prove an extraordinary comrade. She was absolutely certain. Okay, so she wants to remain young forever. In her youth, she wanted to have adventures, and then there's this part where, as an old woman, she wanted to protect the children, which might have represented her wanting children, but I have to see what the other things say. Although, I'm going to go insane. I'm not sure if that's a game over. The statue addresses you with a voice that's aged with wisdom, but otherwise fraught with fear. I'm the apprehension of losing all that's learned and experienced. Although that was one of the things as well. I think I I'm just going to go bonkers. Like, I'm not sure what's going to happen then. I'm the desire to seek true love at the risk of wasting my life away. The statue addresses you with a misty voice, drowned in yearning. Okay, so I think what's going on here is actually I'm not supposed to click that on all of them because you know, he keeps saying you're the reason, and I'm only supposed to name 3 reasons in order. And I guess the sanity loss is kind of my punishment. Okay, so forgetting things, the fear of forgetting things is one of those. Is this adventure? I am the desire to discover and setting sails to new experiences. Yeah, so this is one of those in her youth. You're one of the reasons that made her the dreaming baroness, and that's true. And then there's the desire to remain young. I'm the apprehension of losing all that's learned and experienced. She had a friend who had like dementia. You're one of the reasons? No. Or maybe the... Okay, so the desire to remain young for all eternity, I think this is one of the reasons. But I think this also counts. The apprehension of losing all that's learned. Okay, so I guess the order was wrong. Okay, the malediction of the pendant. What does it do then? When you wake up, you realize that you don't remember much of your feverish dream. The only thing that you can trace in your mind are the following words that seem like they belong to a forgotten song. How can you reach your destination if you don't know why you took the journey? Thank you, traveler. Yeah, you're welcome. Do you have anything to say? No, which is a bit surprising, actually. What about the malady of that pendant? Where it becomes more susceptible to getting knocked down. Alright, I think I can accept that. What I don't understand is why the freaking formaldehyde. Why can't I do it? I'm pretty lost, actually. Pretty lost in why this doesn't seem to go to Richter with the methyl alcohol. I'm not sure if this is a bug or if I'm majorly misunderstanding something. And I'm also not sure what to do with the whiskey if I do not poison it, because I'm pretty convinced I can't actually beat the guy in like an honest drinking challenge. I guess I might try. I might just shank him if he's alone. Like, there's 4 of us. I have the copperhead. To all the brave dead idiots of Arkham. Yeah, it's physique, which is literally my worst attribute. Pussy. Did I die? So it has literal poison in it. I guess I didn't die at least. You wake up in a pile of your own vomit and blood. This is clearly not the greatest moment of your life. Yeah, but can I kill that guy? That's my question. Because I'm not sure why not. Like, he's alone there with just some prostitutes. You're dead. Well, how about you? That was kind of pointless. Why did I even do that? Like, I thought maybe there would be some other option. You can use some environment objects in combat by clicking on them, so I can like throw chairs at him. How tough can you really be against 4 people? You know what? I can just move aside. High hit probability. Quite a lot of damage too. But he does quite a lot of damage as well. Yeah, but he's not that tough. I should be able to take him on. Yeah, he's super dead. So buying the whiskey was a giant waste of time and money. Why isn't the combat over? Oh, I guess some of his goons entered the fight. That's kind of stupid of me to... who is who even? Are you enemies? Yes. It's kind of stupid of me to let go of my turn, but maybe I'll still survive. I'll attack with the bayonet. might be dead. Kind of depends on the rolls. So one of them has a revolver. Okay, I think I'll live. Unless there's more of them. There is, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, one of them has a rifle, no less. I might be screwed. Do I have a laudanum equipped? No. Okay, I think I'm dead. Because he'll shoot the main guy. I don't have a way to... I guess I could try running. But can I return? Okay, I'll run because I think I'm dead. I'm dead anyway, actually. Okay. So I won't actually challenge him because that's pointless. Although I might if I figure out a way how to poison the whiskey. Which I could have sworn I knew how to recreate the poison that Mr. Wheat gave me. But I guess that was wrong. I kinda almost want to go back to the distillery to see if I haven't somehow missed the methyl alcohol that I was supposed to. I'm lucky, every day is holiday to me. How's the holiday going? Not bad. Yeah, but I don't know what happened with the methyl alcohol. Also, I'm not entirely sure what's the deal with that kid. It literally says here go to Richter. I acquired the methyl alcohol from Mr. Wheat. That's what it says on the tin. Like I doubt I drank it. Book of gibberish. Yeah, I'm really confused, but I'll try killing Carrion again. I think it's definitely doable, I just need a bit of luck. And you know, if I didn't derp for like 2 turns when his goons first entered the room, I would have had a better chance of killing them. Oh, there's a wilderness location, but I do want to actually go back downtown. There's a clock tower before you. Roll the dice. Around this table, on which roll of the dice and cheap hooch is never absent, a group of hard-boiled gentlemen have gathered to indulge in their favorite activity. The mob is the law. The atrocity on display on this clock tower is the message from the mob. These are the consequences for any who dare displease them. Okay, there's a guy being hanged. Okay, so I guess that's just a... You know, it's just for flavor. 'Cause I can't really do anything about it. I can't even attack them, even if I wanted to. And to be honest, I do not necessarily want to, because I'm kinda not in the best shape as it is. Okay. Which, to be honest, means I need to devise some other way altogether of winning this encounter, because it's just, I'm not going to be able to defeat them all. Like, I have to either poison the whiskey somehow, or, I don't know, do something else. Blow up the room. Somehow. Like, those are all adjacent rooms. So maybe there's something I can do. I guess there's the guy, the cultist, in one of the buildings. So maybe I'll have better luck after I level up. Look who paid us a visit, Barzal. It's the dog. What do you have for me in that bag of yours? A shot of morphine, perhaps? I do actually have morphine. You have a bunch of tomes and spells, which are pretty expensive. I guess I don't need this anymore. I'll keep those because I'm not sure. Maybe they can improve the spells that I already have. Do you have any idea what this statue represents? Of course, this is a representation of Cthulhu, or the grandfather as the cult calls him. The sheikhs of the cult have been telling us they could feel its presence nearby. I even heard that a band of cultists actually saw His Majesty in full glory rising on the horizon. I've also heard that when they were found, almost all of them were dead, with smiles of awe permanently affixed to their faces. All that they could the survived acolyte was saying was just one thing: "Oh, beautiful doom." Mean no offense, but how did you become like this? Do I look like I would enjoy discussing this? You think I secretly have some good memories that I'm about to reveal? They stamped and scraped and bent me until I lost all purpose, until I was reborn in their eyes. Let's just say that I was more interested in learning than worshipping, so they had to rehabilitate me. They had to teach me that questioning leads to the ultimate form of unhappiness. With a whispering voice, under the awakened sanctified presence, no pursuit other than devaluing yourself can bestow tranquility, so they devalued me to the point where only suffering remains. Okay, the outsider wishes to talk to me. The outsider looks at the tormented soul who goes by the name of Krog. This man, he is a breathing monument to the evil your kind commit against each other, and I believed I was one of you? How grandiosely naive. Well, not all of us are like this. But according to my experience, my observation applies to almost all of you. Okay, I do feel rather lost, but I will run around and try to solve it next time. I might actually look up what's up with the metal alcohol, because it seems to be a bug, like, what the hell? But for now, I will save and end it here. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.